Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a black man that owned a plantation. And on this plantation, he had lots of little white folks. Lots of them. Wanted to make tiny sandwiches. Wanted to make lemonade.
Yes, massa.
And it was a wonderful time. Because I feel like had slavery gone the other way, we wouldn't have shit going on today. Just
and everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
God.
Welcome to Roll2Pose!
Please, tell me more about this theory, though.
This theory? I don't know. I mean, this is how life would be if I was rich.
Oh, you're just saying like present day, not like if slavery roles had been reversed in the ancient days.
I'd have a plantation down in...
Yeah, I would be
probably in North Dakota.
I would be the one... I'd be the one making the small sandwiches. Obviously.
Like, and they always have like little bits of cucumber in them.
Always.
Hey,
like,
sandwich maker Jesse.
Hey, boy. Go fetch Big Daddy a cheeseburger.
Of course.
You know how I like them
just
tea
us
sandwiches.
and us honkies, you know, doing what we do. Don't mind us.
Oh God, what's happened to this intro?
And all you guys' slave songs would be fucking System of a Down.
Jump! Jump! No!
Hey, pogo, pogo, hey.
See, it totally works out.
Man, we just need to not be so racist. Maybe that's why nobody listens to us.
No, that's exactly why people listen to us.
Because we're hilarious.
Because we're racist.
We're trying to get that racist demographic.
Of course.
Lord knows there's a big one in this country. Look at how many people like support Donald Trump.
Zing!
Well, what about Beyonce's statement at the Super Bowl?
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Well,
I didn't catch it at all. I just
I caught
her
it.
dance.
I caught it.
I was like, cool. They're in leather outfits. Look at them thick thighs.
She was wearing the big gold X on her. You didn't catch that?
What does it mean? Oh, like
Malcolm X?
Malcolm X, like Black Panthers?
I thought she was honoring Michael Jackson because her outfit was very similar.
It was very Michael Jackson.
It was very Michael Jackson-like, don't get me wrong, but I caught it.
People are so dumb, though.
Everything's
like,
a
let's
racist
get
statement.
worked up about
the entire
Beyonce
Super Bowl was
being
super
black.
racist.
Like, she's black. Support whatever you want. I don't really care at all.
What you don't know is that I have my leathers on right now with
Her
my fist in the air.
was amazing. I don't even care.
That's Michael Jackson, not Malcolm X.
Yeah.
She's actually...
Like,
I'm pretty sure she's
that
gone
little
publicly.
stitch on her foot, it looked like an X, so she supports Black Panthers.
Whatever.
And the Black Panthers are a group likened to the KKK, they're saying.
We should introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah, we're doing a
Which
show.
is not true at all. Just in case anyone's...
Yeah, Max doesn't actually think that the Black Panthers are the Black KKK. Just like every time I say something racist, it doesn't mean that I'm racist.
He's racist.
What? You're a little racist.
I know, the more I defend it, the more racist it sounds.
Exactly.
All
There's
right.
no winning that battle. Anyways, I'm Lunchbox.
Ibby.
Maxwell Relaxwell.
Scruffy MC.
Yo, Big Daddy of the plantation, Dad Power Nerd. And
Dan versus the world.
All right, chumps, let's get rolling.
He's such a good boss that I would not mind working on a plantation.
True. He'd probably like always bring us donuts.
Nah, he would have somebody for that.
Yep.
Just like,
go get me some Amy's.
Go get Amy's donuts for the rest of the plantation folk.
Working 10 hours straight manual labor, I'll just be looking, eating cake pops. Those cake pops sure do look good, D. I wouldn't mind having one of those right now in a cold glass of milk. Get to work, man.
Nah. See, then I'd have a snow buddy just walk down the stairs with a plate full of them.
There you go.
Why are they called bunnies?
like Playboy bunnies?
Because their tail.
Is that why?
It's
Because of the ears and the tail. What don't
But
you
they
get?
come- But why snow bunnies?
Because
they're
she's
because they
white.
white.
hop.
And she's a girl.
Do they jump
she's
in
a
the snow?
Yes.
No, okay. Snow bunnies. Snow bunnies originated from like skiers and snowboarders and stuff like that. And bunnies is a popular term made by Playboy for beautiful women. And they hop around on skis and snowboards. They're snow bunnies.
Or maybe they're just cokeheads. Who knows?
That's the way that I've always known it. I know snow bunnies to be a thing about snowboarding and skiing.
I trained these rabbits to sneak cocaine through the prison.
But when you go to like
D just likes to call them snow
when you
bunnies
go to
because
the
they're white
Playboy
chicks.
Mansion,
Well, it's the urban colloquial word for Caucasian women.
Ah.
okay, but when you go to the
Wow,
Playboy Mansion,
colloquial.
they're not
Colloquial.
wearing skis.
What?
They might be wearing skis.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's a white girl with a fat butt, period.
There you go. Snow
Right.
bunnies by D.
Woody.
Pogs.
Welcome to Roll2Pose, your domain for dorkdom.
Bouncing slammers off that ass.
I used to love them.
Was the slammer the
fucking
main
love-
one?
Yeah,
the
the
big
big
one,
ones.
yeah. I love
Yeah.
pogs.
Pogs are so fun. Remember trading pogs?
I still have my
Like
pogs.
shiny ones.
I had a slammer featuring the most famous polar bears in the world, Klondike and Snow.
Yes, sir.
Also a Wolverine one.
I had a Wolverine one. I had Beavis and Butthead. I had a whole bunch of Black Widow ones because those always work the best.
Pogs was doomed to fail though because
Oh, yeah,
it was
big time.
basically like, just a handful of rules and it's just like
Everybody
beer
made their
pong,
own.
How there's some rules, but a lot of it's interpreted in the way that people are playing. Because I had people that would just like straight up throw their slammer as
Yeah,
hard as they can.
yeah. It's just ridiculous. You don't have to slam it that hard, bro.
But I don't know. We should bring it back.
I agree.
Yeah.
That and yo-yos. Everybody, get a yo-yo.
Nobody likes yo-yo. People,
Damn it!
No,
Bring
people-
back yo-yos.
No, people who like to play with yo-yos nowadays are the people who like also are like, yeah, I'm a professional juggler. Like, it's that kind of person.
I can't juggle. Thank you.
The only thing that keeps the yo-yo business up to date and actually around anymore is because of the
Nostalgia.
Not the nostalgia, but because of the assemblies that they do for
Of those
the,
guys.
The 3 people that grow up to be professional yo-yoers that travel to elementary schools and
Kind of like
everyone-
the hacky sack.
everyone wants to buy one at that time. They're just probably getting a piece of the pie.
Don't forget the rave scene. They gotta have their yo-yos with the lights on, dancing to their techno music.
Forgot about the ring.
Guys.
Don't forget about ravers.
I found a Pog machine, like a Pog making machine, for $175 on eBay. We can bring Pogs back. I mean, it might not like.
I'm pretty sure Pogs still exist, but
In
they're just
third world
not
countries.
doing very well.
They're like what? Panthers jerseys.
Yeah.
They went back to all the third world countries that made them.
Speaking of which, go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos!
Racists.
Straight up defensive win. That's all I have to say about it. Von Miller is the best.
He's a beast.
And he just wanted to rub his balls on his face, that's all.
Yeah,
Did you
he
guys see
did.
that thing with the halftime show? How they said that one, the dude in the middle was a shark from the performance
Oh,
before.
Oh yeah, left shark.
Left shark. Yeah.
Are you talking about freaking the guy from Coldplay?
Coldplay.
He was left
He
shark.
definitely looked like he had no idea what the fuck he was doing there.
Yeah.
I read an interview that he was talking about the set list that they wanted to do, and Beyonce put the kibosh on one of the songs they chose because she said it sucks.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Well, I liked
I
the halftime show.
I think
loved
Bruno
it.
Mars fucking stole the show. Completely.
He's like little Michael.
He
Yeah.
is. He's little Michael.
Little
I
guy.
love his music.
Me too.
But they were awesome. I don't even know about what the whole racism crap. Like,
Yeah, it was. Everybody was poking for something, and
I don't
they
even
found
care.
what they needed.
Queen Bey. Flawless.
She woke up like that.
She did. She woke up and did the Super Bowl.
Stop that shit.
Come on, she did. She woke up and did the Super Bowl.
The tweet that I saw that, or the tweets I saw that summed it up the best was saying, who in the world could release a song 24 hours before performing it live at the Super Bowl and everyone basically knows the song?
Yeah.
And, doing her performance in those heels just on that
grass.
already
Grass?
shitty field. Because
Yeah.
there's this video where The Blind Side, Michael Orr, basically is getting, taking a rush from, I think, DeMarcus Ware, and he slides back like 3 or 4 yards. Like he, makes the block, but he just like gets pushed back.
He
because
just
that's
gets
how shitty the
overpowered
turf
because
was.
the turf was bad.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, they were slipping a
Imagine
lot.
dancing on
But I
that.
think that's like what the NFL should do to stay alive.
But it is DeMarcus Ware we're talking about.
Well, it's DeMarcus Ware, but
Yeah.
how cool would it be if, at different stadiums, just kind of like baseball fields, how like everyone has their own outfield. It's all
Yeah.
special. Some areas more showery. You got the green monster. What if there's like a section of a field that's like, uphill for like 20 minutes? Or
That sounds
That was
then,
so Colorado.
then, like choosing the side really matters.
50-yard long posts that everybody has to jump
Yeah.
over.
You gotta be able to run uphill, catch the pass. It's
It's like,
I don't know.
On the 30-yard line, there's a group of children playing jump rope.
Yeah, you could have your own. I'm thinking of basically
you
like
have to hopscotch your way
Mario
into the end zone.
baseball, where a chain chomp will just come out of nowhere and take the ball out. That's what I'm imagining for the NFL.
Or like, you guys ever play backyard football?
Yes.
Gosh, just like one of your special moves, is just like you get 2 extra guys on your team, and they just like stand on one side of the offensive line and just like throw the quarterback over both lines. Like trampolines everywhere. Let's make our own sport.
No. This
Slam ball.
is how
failed.
slam ball happened.
But if we combine slam ball with football,
And baseball. Slam foot skaball.
I'm
greatest
still,
sport ever.
I'm still trying to make blitzball a thing.
Blitzball. That sounds cool.
What's football?
It's not.
I need an explanation.
You've never played Final Fantasy
Yeah,
X?
Final Fantasy X has blitzball.
Oh yeah.
It's basically underwater dodgeball, soccer, something.
Rugby.
Yeah, what an awful game.
See, but the thing is, the first drowning of an athlete, Like, let's say LeBron James, his real passion is blitzball, and he quits the NBA to become a blitzball
No,
player.
I think it should be griffball. Griffball's the best game ever.
But then he dies because he drowns
Yeah.
underwater. It'd be a tragedy, and no one would watch the sport.
Yeah, that's
Rule number 1,
That's because
shoot
black
Griff.
people can't swim.
There's probably
I'm sorry.
some kid-
I'm sorry. I invited Dan. I'm sorry.
There's probably some
Well,
kid
we all
right
know
now in
white
the
men
hood.
can't jump.
He's coming from like South Central LA, and he's like 11 years old right now, but he's gonna be the fastest fucking swimmer ever. Michael Phelps is gonna seem like he's doing some like old senior citizen weights class in the pool compared to this kid. And he's gonna be black too, because like
Anyways,
Anyone can swim and jump,
let's get on
except for Alex.
get off of sports for a little bit.
And let's talk about sports. What's cool? The game that Matthew made up for his campaign, was it just like egg ball?
Oh, for the D&D campaign?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the arena battle that we did. That was
pretty cool.
So my brother-in-law, our friend Matthew, married to my sister, is a dungeon master, and he has this campaign. And the last time we played, the last few times we played,
Yeah.
it's been all about
It's
this.
like a festival.
Yeah. And there have been different. I don't know. It's cool. I've never seen it implemented in a game before where it wasn't just a lot of combat. It was just like, okay, well, you're the wrestler, so you're gonna have wrestling tournaments. Like
Right.
the Magic users are going to have Battle of the Wills, and I thought that was a really neat idea.
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of
The
fun.
temple run was stupid, Matt. It was too fast, and we're lucky we had an Asian there who could do quick math. If Paul wasn't there, we would have
Shout out
died.
to Paul. Thank God.
Well, he was sober too, so that probably
Yeah, that
helps.
helped a lot.
Paul played?
Yeah, Paul played
Yeah.
with us.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, he played the cohort.
I guess everyone was there but you and me, Steph.
That's because you hate Dungeons and Dragons, and Stephanie's.
There needs to be a shot clock.
What?
A girl.
How dare you?
Fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
No, this is like the boy only
baseball
campaign for some reason.
of games.
I don't want to play in one of Matthew's campaigns, so take that.
Whoa, hey.
Ooh.
Matthew's
I
the only person that listens to this podcast. Leave
I
him
already
alone.
play one game with him where he takes over everything.
We
Yeah, but
talked
he's
shit
a-
about
he's-
Sarah last podcast, Matthew this podcast, Courtney, look out.
Get ready
You
for
are
burn.
next.
No, he's great, but
He's
playing with him as
he's
an overpowered wizard who takes over everything.
He's a way better dungeon
He's
master.
so
than...
energetic as
you
a
better take it
dungeon
back.
master.
I take back the girl comment. I wasn't being serious about that at all.
Yeah, girls
Being
suck.
a serious.
I wasn't being a
You
serious.
can't even say it right.
I
I
was
wasn't-
not being serious about you can't play Dungeons and Dragons because you're a girl. That's an antiquated mindset that doesn't exist. You can do whatever you want.
I'll tell you this much: my girlfriend better know how to fucking play D&D.
I had to teach Stephanie. I was like, that's one of the only ways that we're gonna stay together and last. Is if you learn how to play and play
But
Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
wanted
with me.
to learn.
Yeah.
Damn
And you wanted
right.
to learn.
So take that.
Take
I could
take
have
that,
said no.
other girls.
It's
Who
crazy
suck.
how love makes women so irrational.
No, I wanted to
Shut
learn
up.
to play D&D since high school.
Shut up, Max.
I
D&D
know
is
like
great.
lots of people that played, but nobody would teach me.
I believe somebody.
No one would teach a cute girl how to play D&D.
They wouldn't.
Fuck you.
I
That
swear
was a
to
lie.
God.
Nerds in high
I
school don't know how to
swear
talk to
on
girls.
everything they wouldn't teach me. I would go to Gamers Haven or Gamers Inn and take them there, and
Sorry,
they'd be
we don't
like-
allow your kind here.
No, they'd all be too nervous
Female.
to teach me.
What-
I would
what are
drop my
those?
friends off
Are those
there.
breasts? Don't teach her anything.
Boys only.
They would be like, you wouldn't like it.
One
Or
of them
like-
cooties having folks.
So thank you very much. I wanted to play before I met
Do you-
you.
And I'm super
Okay.
stoked you do, and you play really well, and I'm glad, and I love you as Finnegan, and I can't wait for Jesse to start his new campaign
Yes.
so that we can actually
I'm,
play and do it.
I'm going to be doing a campaign, and it's going to be glorious. I hope you're all ready.
Is there a
I'm so
shot clock?
Yes, there is a shot
I'm just
clock.
proving the
Really?
facts
Yes.
that I wanted to
Really?
play.
Yeah, there's a shot clock.
Like,
No, there's not a shot clock.
because it's like,
Like, if you get it to the other end, you have 25 seconds to make a shot, or else you're fucking
playing Dungeons and Dragons with you guys goes the same way every single time. Starts, action's kind of moving, but it's at the beginning of the day, so you're not really in the action, doing anything cool. And then as soon as you get to a
Play with
battle,
us in the beginning of a
everyone
campaign.
is getting fucking drunk as fuck, right? And then
Yeah.
smoke breaks are after every single fucking move, So every single round there's a smoke break, and literally takes until
That's
3
why
a.m. when everyone was piss drunk to end the one battle.
That's D&D,
That is
though.
very true.
That's D&D.
How-
It takes
I
5
feel
minutes.
like I could kill the orcs quicker myself.
It takes 5 minutes to walk 30 fucking miles, but as soon as you get into a fight, 30 seconds takes an hour.
yeah,
That's just the way it is.
the way it goes.
I do like the shot clock though. Like we did it at Matt's campaign once. It's
Yes.
just like, you know what? You're taking too long. Like your turn. Like you
Pay
think about it next
attention.
time.
Pay attention. Figure out what you're going to do on your turn and fucking do it when it gets to be your turn. Period.
Yeah.
That's true. But also,
But we get
Matthew's
drunk.
campaign, they play outdoors
In the garage, so
in the
like
garage,
there's no
so
smoke
there's
breaks.
no like
That's
smoke
always
breaks. They
nice.
all just stand outside.
We've done it all winter too. Like the weather has not been bad enough
Yeah,
for us
against
to go inside.
everybody's fucking will. I wanted to fucking play inside so bad. It's so cold, Alex. So cold.
Dungeon Master smokes. Nothing we can do. Sorry.
Thank God he got that fucking jet engine to fucking keep us hot.
Right? It's like the same machine they use to blow up a hot air balloon.
Yeah. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah.
It's so
It's-
loud.
It's a
just
fucking
like-
jet intake that just fucking bellows out fucking 300 degree fucking air. It's great.
Awesome.
I said fuck a lot in that sentence. Fuck it. Speaking of
Take that.
Hold
speaking of saying fuck
I
a
do
lot,
play D&D,
Deadpool.
and I played it before, and I'm not delirious because I'm in love.
How come every time you make a
Make me
comeback
so
to me.
mad.
Steph,
3
hey,
minutes
hey,
later. This is why we need a shot clock.
this is after podcast talk. You guys can fucking bitch and complain at each other later.
You do it all the time on the podcast.
Only when people talk shit about things they don't know.
Shit.
Only when
I
people
feel
talk
like
shit about things
Jesus.
that you like.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that
I'm
too.
the one that's engaged, you know, they're always bitching at me.
Hey, you date one of us, you date all of us. I'm sorry you have to put up with my shitty friends.
All of my boyfriends.
And me.
Eh,
Are you saying that to Stephanie?
Yeah.
what?
I thought you were saying that to me.
I was talking to you. Max, that's when you date me, you date all my friends, including Stephanie.
Sorry for her shitty behavior.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Alright,
Wow.
so we're 20 minutes in the podcast. We've not talked about a single thing that we tried to.
Nope.
Deadpool. Tell us about Deadpool. Without giving anything away.
We're not gonna spoil anything because I know that you guys are planning to see it not on opening weekend like a bunch of squares.
We should see it tomorrow.
Squares. But
Oh, Wolf.
it's definitely. I will say this much: it's definitely worth a watch. Do not bring your kids to this movie. I don't care if
Aw,
they're.
come on.
I don't care if
Why
they're.
not? I want to bring my kids.
I don't care if they're super
She's
like
jinxing it.
Marvel fans or anything like that. You know, they have plenty of movies to watch. This one's for the adults. Okay?
Yeah.
But I brought my kid, so
Well, your kid's also in the womb still.
exactly.
Your kid is a fetus.
Yes.
Is that weird having a fetus kid?
Yep. It is the weirdest thing. I try to tell them, you know, don't worry if people stare at you. You're special.
You're beautiful.
You're almost there, little guy.
Well, anyone that calls themselves a Marvel fan and doesn't know what they're getting into with Deadpool
Exactly.
Yeah.
is not a Marvel
But
fan.
that's just the thing.
That's true.
Even at the movie theater on opening night, there were a bunch of parents that had their like little fucking 7, 8-year-old
9-year-old
kids
kids.
super fucking excited to see Deadpool. Luckily, a lot of the people that were working at the movie theater were telling them, "Listen, this is not for kids, and
I'll take my kid.
you know, you're more than welcome to bring them in because it's only rated R film.
I'll get-
We can't say no if you want to bring them in, but we just want you to know that this is not a movie for kids." Movie theaters have been really good about that, which is fantastic news for what could be the Deadpool franchise. But at the same time, you know, just be smart about it. This is a rated R film. It is violent. It is grotesque. He's got a lot of dark humor in it, and it's bloody.
But I feel like it's a rated R movie. Like, if Deadpool franchise, if it dies because it's a rated R movie, then
But that's just the thing.
That's ridiculous.
It's done better than any rated R film on opening weekend.
Yes.
Completely. Any rated R film. We're talking fucking the Matrix films and everything.
Yeah.
It's doing better than
Rated R just mean there's
It's
sex, lots of sex.
no,
No,
it's
sex, violence, and
NC-17
swears.
is the step past rated R. NC-17 means no children, period, under the age of
And
17.
you might see a penis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
I
you
mean-
sounded really excited.
Spoilers aside, I give the movie a 19 out of 20. I really fucking loved it, and I wanted it to be longer, even though it was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I
I
give
don't
it a
know.
20 out of 20. And Colossus is not a bitch.
Oh, Colossus is badass as shit.
Who
Angel
says-
just happens to be a badass too.
Who
Angel-
says Colossus is a bitch?
Dude, I had somebody on my Facebook who was like, Colossus is a bitch in this movie. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You're a bitch. Come
Is
see
that
me.
same guy that talks shit about the Cowboys or whatever that pisses me
No.
off?
We won't call him out by name.
But-
Oh shit, I think it's
The cool thing about this movie is it opens up avenues for making even more movies like it.
Yeah.
Like Old Man Logan is a movie that they're planning on doing, and it's a movie that they can only do if it's rated R.
Yeah.
And this opens up that door for them to finally do an Old Man Logan
Yeah.
movie, which would be fantastic as a movie.
God, a Deadpool movie. Not a Deadpool, sorry, I don't think. The Punisher.
The
Like, they could
Punisher,
never make a
well, the
PG-13
Punisher,
Punisher
yeah,
movie.
the Punisher has always been rated R movies.
Yeah.
But it also opens up an avenue for one of my favorite characters, which in the X-Men universe, which is Cable. And Cable is just like, he's a very interesting character, and he only takes place in the future. And
He's gritty.
he's gritty as shit. Even when the cartoon, the X-Men movie, or the cartoon, even the X-Men cartoon that we grew up with as kids, when it went to the future, it was a completely different show. Because fucking Cable is just so badass. Cable and Domino, like the best fucking tag team ever.
Straight
Don't
up.
forget Bishop, though.
Yeah, dude, Bishop and Cable, when they get together, all hell breaks
Would
loose,
you actually
man.
watch it?
Yeah, of course I would.
One of the best
But you don't
cartoons.
watch it?
Here's the thing. And this is something I've been saving for the podcast. Deadpool is so good that it makes me want to watch the other X-Men movies.
Woohoo!
Eee.
A win! I'm so happy. Can we watch him soon?
Yes.
They're so good.
Yes, I will watch
The
them.
new ones?
Yeah, the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Love them.
I wouldn't be here for this.
Deadpool is so good it makes me want to get back into it. Because I love X-Men. Deadpool was so good. If any of those other movies are even a fraction as good as Deadpool, then it's fucking worthwhile.
Let's watch Days of Future Past after this. Like, you didn't see it, right?
No,
you
I
need
didn't
to
see
see
Days
it.
of
Like,
Future Past is really good.
X-Men 1 through 3, they're good in their own universes if you ignore anything that has to do with X-Men, but the Days of Future Past...
even the new ones
Days
are
of
pretty
Future Past
off.
is really good.
One of the greatest storylines is the Days of Future Past. As told, my favorite incarnation is the X-Men animated series version. It's not as awesome as that. There's
Whoa.
lots of stuff that's like out of there, but
Animated
you
series.
know.
Yeah.
Like I want some
Nothing's-
Savage Land up in here.
We'll get it one day. It'll happen.
And with the rated R Deadpool, that means that 4 years from now, when they reboot Fantastic Four, rated
Again.
R Fantastic Four,
Again.
Again.
just Susan Storm.
Fantastic
or Sue
Four is gonna
Storms
be awful.
Just shows her boobs.
Fantastic Four 2. Fantastic Four
Any
20.
Fantastic Four movie that they make in the future has just got to be awful because all the other ones have been awful.
It's a curse, yeah. Like, I think that they're going
Yes.
to try to keep remaking it, like, years and
it's
years
'cause-
apart.
It's just, I don't know, it has the word fantastic in it. So I don't know.
Everybody has high
Fantastic.
high
Yeah.
expectations.
And then it just falls.
But yeah, I seriously, strongly suggest everybody watch Deadpool. Again, don't bring your kids because if you're somebody who gets offended easily, you will get offended a lot in this movie.
Did
I
you
was
s-
offended. It is the worst Spider-Man movie ever. 0 out of 20. They fucked up Spider-Man for a third time. Do not see Deadpool.
That's another thing that I want to see. I want to see a Deadpool fucking Spider-Man
'Cause
crossover
they
so
love each
bad.
other.
They love each other so much.
So,
And Cable is gonna have his own movie.
He's gonna have his own movie, or
It's gonna be the
that
X-Force.
was
oh god, yay!
And it's gonna be R-rated as well.
Yay.
Cyclops and Jean Grey's kid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So right at the end of the movie, you just left right away, right?
Nothing happened after the trailer, I'm assuming.
It did because it's a
Things
Marvel
happen.
movie.
That's the only spoiler I saw is that,
But-
like, it's...
No!
No, it leads into, like, there's going to be a Deadpool, too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Of course.
it started off as
They're
a
making
joke.
a sequel. That's not a
It's-
spoiler.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's a property that is doing well, so you know they're going to milk it for what it's got.
Yeah.
But that being said, when the movie was being made in the first place, they didn't know it was going to do that well.
Yeah.
So
But Ryan
go into
Reynolds
it
is
remembering
awesome.
that.
Okay.
This movie is literally a movie about a movie that should have never been made.
Cool.
It's so good.
I have a question. Were there kids in the showing that you guys went to?
Yes.
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 Did people, like, get up and take
Nope.
their kids out?
No, not at all.
No walkouts at all.
There's anal.
Oh yeah, there's definitely anal in this movie.
Spoilers.
Penetration?
Yeah.
Do you see?
No, you
do you
see
see Ryan
penetration.
Reynolds' penis?
No.
Going into
I
the
already
asshole.
asked.
Stunt dick.
Stop, guys.
It looks like a piece of pepperoni left out in the sun.
No, you see his butt. You see like his butt and balls.
Oh, you definitely see his butt.
But that's it.
Let's go see it tomorrow. All right, so out of 20, what would you say Deadpool?
You said 19.
I said
Roll.
19. He said 20.
Oh, where
And he
was
said
I?
0.
Yeah,
Oh.
worst Spider-Man movie ever.
Okay. I was trying for a thing. I'm done now.
But no,
Sorry.
seriously, 20 out of 20. Great movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I fucking loved it.
Unlike the other four.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of which, one of the reasons why I couldn't wait until the next weekend or whatever is because Betty White gave it her glowing review.
She loved it.
She loved it.
When Betty White says some shit's funny, you go
You
see
know
that
it's
shit.
funny.
Yeah.
Because it's
Like,
Betty White.
It's Betty White, and she knows best.
Damn right.
She's hilarious.
Betty White for cable.
Hell yeah, they're making Funko Pops of her too,
Good.
and all the Golden Girls.
Yes! I want to be Arthur Pop so bad.
Well, they're making them.
Good. I want like an army of them.
Old B. Arthur or young hot naked B. Arthur?
Both?
Okay.
Picture of naked B. Arthur, a football helmet
Filled with cottage cheese. Johnny came out on a Tuesday night. Johnny can't read. Johnny can't write. Fucking love that movie. Nobody? Nobody's got that? Except for Max and me? High five.
What is it?
Airheads.
Yeah, dude.
No idea.
Fucking.
Oh, I remember that.
Band starring Brendan Fraser.
I remember that.
Fucking Adam Sandler
Sandler.
and Steve Buscemi.
Yep.
It's been forever since I've seen that movie.
And they
It's so good.
fucking take over a
radio
hostage,
station.
basically, and it's awesome. And they asked for B. Arthur nudes and like all this crazy shit so that they could get an insanity plea. And one's a giant football helmet filled with cottage cheese. Like,
So good. Anyways,
All
if
right.
you haven't seen Airheads, I give that also a 19 out of 20. It's so good.
That's so random.
That and Encino Man gets a 20 out of 20
Hell yeah. I love Encino Man.
because Brendan
20 out of
Fraser
20.
is the best. Monkey Bone,
Monkey Bone.
17 out of 20.
Monkey Bone is so fucking weird.
I know.
Blast from the
It's
Past.
the weirdest.
Blast from
movie.
the
I love
Past,
Blast
20
from
out
the
of 20.
Past.
dude, Alicia
sure.
Silverstone is the most
She's so
beautiful
beautiful.
girl in the
I
world.
know. I know.
Still,
I love
Who's the
Blast
guy?
from the
Who's
Past.
the actor from Corky Romano?
fucking Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan. Okay.
He was in
Chris
Monkey Bone also,
Kattan.
yes.
Yeah, he was in Monkey Bone.
The guy who I smoked cigarettes with in my geology class looks like that guy. I didn't realize.
It probably
until today.
is Chris
You need to
Kattan.
take a I have a
His name is Philippe Pierre.
Wow,
by Phil.
it's him. That's just his,
Yeah.
My,
it's just
uh,
fake
It's
news.
definitely
His
Corky
moniker.
Romano.
my political science teacher looks exactly like a older, like retired version of George Costanza from Seinfeld. He's like kind of like a bulky dude that like tucks his polo shirts into his pants, into his
Perfect.
khaki pants. Same bald hairline, glasses, and he's like 5 feet tall.
Fantastic.
And kind of buff. Is that
No,
what
He's
it
bulky.
is?
just-
Bulky.
He's
Bulky,
stocky,
okay.
you know,
He's stocky.
but not at all like George Costanza. 'Cause but then I would have like, you know, conspired to get A in that class with him.
Okay, one last bit of movie news. They have started production of Star Wars Episode 8, and they have done a little bit of leaked footage of the first scene, and apparently it's picking up exactly where Episode 7 stops. So
She's just still standing
yeah,
there.
she's still standing there. Like that's the footage that they show.
She's still standing there, like,
Are you gonna
it's
take
been so
this?
long. Can you please?
No, just hold that pose for 20 more minutes.
That's pretty cool because usually the thing in the Star Wars movies is just like 10 years later.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Exactly.
That's going to be the scroll.
That's exactly it.
And she's
5
still like,
minutes later,
God.
Ray is still standing there.
Just the beginning scroll, he's just like, you saw what happened last movie. Deal with it."
I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
There was a hand. Did you bring the hand?
But anyways, that has started, and I'm super excited for it. And also, people are already having doubts about Rogue One, and there's no fucking way that movie is going to be bad. Period. There's no way.
Rogue One's got what's his face, right? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, the dude with the face
Tim Curry.
and the hair.
Tim Curry, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of like actual names from like because
Oh.
now that I'm reading like the Star Wars books, like is it gonna have like the same?
Yes, it's going to have. Fuck! What's? Oh god, I feel so bad as a Star Wars.
I know. Why can't
fan.
I remember it?
Because you guys are terrible Star Wars fans and you should hate yourselves.
Says the guy who just watched the movies like 6 months ago.
Yep.
And thought they were bad.
He's not a fan. So.
Never
No. He didn't think they were bad. He just didn't like the experience.
He didn't like the way the room felt.
It didn't tickle his balls quite right.
Now, some of the Star Wars Episode 8 news that I heard is that they added some members of the cast, including Laura Dern, who was the
What'd you
girl
call her this
from,
morning? The hot lady
yeah,
from
she's hot.
Jurassic Park that wears khakis. I was
Shorts.
like, got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
blonde chick with the shorts, and then Benicio del Toro, the collector.
Oh, Benicio's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So you know that's gonna be a crazy character.
Oh,
I mean,
hell
who
yeah.
knows? They could just be like aliens. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
who cares?
but-
Who even cares at that point?
Or maybe he's the fucking collector, and they just combine the franchises.
You know, she would make a really good Mara Jade, actually.
Laura Dern.
Yeah. If I'm thinking of the same person you're thinking of.
Wedge Antilles.
Wedge Antilles, thank
That was
you.
the name I was looking for too. Okay.
It should have Wedge in it, but odds are it's not going to because Rogue One takes place right before they make the attack on the Death Star the
To get
first
the
time,
plans, yeah.
because they go and take the plans. So I think it's going to have a different group of pilots.
Okay.
But
Darth
Wedge,
Vader's gonna be in it, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be
yeah,
awesome.
Darth Vader's going to be in it.
This is
So
awesome.
the return of the voice that is Darth Vader.
I believe he just turned 86.
Yeah, he
Jones.
like
Party on,
in
Darth.
January, I believe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
They probably have like a soundboard of like any audio that they'd need from that guy, just in case he kicks the bucket.
You like that joke?
It was good.
Would you say?
Party on, Darth.
Ah,
Oh.
God.
Did you?
Party on, pal.
Are you referencing that meme picture or no?
No. What picture?
There's a picture of Darth Vader and Batman dancing together, and it says "Party on, Darth," and he says "Party on, Wayne."
That's pretty good.
Oh,
pretty
no.
It's just-
I thought
Are they
I just
both
made
playing
it up.
bass?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I thought I just made it up, but I guess
Oh, found it immediately. See, this is why you need a smartphone, Dan. Like, you don't have to describe memes. Like,
No,
you know,
I like-
it's a meme.
No, we're playing Pictionary, and I'm gonna draw it for you.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for Dan to get a
I
new
thought
phone.
I made it up, but I guess I suck.
No, it's cool. You still.
With the internet, you didn't make anything.
True.
Roll2Pose is a popular podcast somewhere.
Yeah,
In Ukraine.
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Delhi.
Oh,
Sounds
let's get
good.
Some cold cuts.
Cold cuts.
I got the
Podcast
meats.
over.
Who's got the meats?
I love Colin sandwiches, cold cuts. You know.
So do I.
Cold cuts.
Sounds douche.
No, it sounds like
Douchey.
Chicago.
You
No.
want to get some cold.
Chicago
cold
is
cuts?
douchey.
Chicago's not douchey.
Yeah, it is, guy.
This isn't even a good
This
Chicago
high.
accent.
Yeah, you sounded like.
Chicago's where America was made.
Exactly.
The steel industry, the lake,
Black people.
deep dish pizza.
Black
Yeah,
people.
I like thin crust better.
You
I like
can't
thin
do
crust
Max's
better, too.
deep dish pizza.
No, actually, I really like the pan pizza at Domino's.
I hate deep dish. It's stupid.
Deep dish is awful.
disgusting.
Unless the sauce is good.
I like thin crust.
It always goes back to pizza. Life is pizza, and then you die.
I'm leaving.
Life
Bring us
is
some
pizza,
pizza.
then you die.
I already told you before the
Speak-
podcast. Fuck my job and fuck my life.
FMJ and FML.
Speaking of pizza,
Speaking of Chicago, Harry Dresden is in Chicago. He's good. He's a wizard.
That was his.
oh, for the Dresden Files?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anyways,
I hate the Dresden Files. They're amazing.
yeah.
I can't
This is,
say it enough.
what, like the 4th or 5th podcast we've talked about Dresden Files?
Well, I'm on book 3.
Oh,
Well, book 4 now. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
whoa.
book 4.
Oh.
I think you're on book
Out of
5.
like what, 13?
Yeah.
15.
I'm on
15.
book.
It's a lot of books.
There's just
4.
15
I'm
books.
on book 5.
You can knock that out in a fucking weekend,
See,
guys.
and why can't that fuck that writes Game of Thrones get off his ass and finish that fucking book of that?
Because the
Game of
TV
Thrones?
series is
Because
just
he's too
gonna finish it up
busy
for him.
gargling money, dude. Like, he's like
I'd
Scrooge
gargle money.
McDuck. He's fucking swimming through a fucking vault full of dollar bills.
That's
Yeah,
the
kind of
life
like
right
D
there.
after he gets paid.
Huey, Dewey, and
That's a lie.
Just goes and cashes his check and like, can I get this in ones?
I have a kiddie pool to fill up.
Shit gets real sometimes, okay?
Yeah, I'm reading the Game of Thrones. I had already read the first 2.5 books previously, but I'm like trying to read up on them before April starts. And I'm super stoked. Like, Game of Thrones is fucking amazing, and I can't wait for the series to come back. I am pissed that George R. R. Martin is letting the series continue without the books being written, but it's his artistic license and he's letting it happen, so whatever.
I've only seen the first season.
Well,
It gets
get
better
on
and
that.
better.
I've seen one episode, and there was an incest rape scene, and I was like, okay,
I'm not
that's
into
what this is.
Was it the first episode?
Yeah,
The first
the
That was
episode.
consensual.
This is
Uh,
how
it was still-
definitely not rape.
It was
That was
still
consensual
incest.
incest,
It
yeah.
was definitely incest.
I was like, all right, that's what this show is about.
About incest. Yay, incest.
There's a shit ton of incest in it, but that's not what the show's about.
Nope,
Hey,
that's what it's
how
about.
It was back in the day. How do you
Yeah.
think we have Guy here?
Speaking of incest, the theory of relativity.
How do you think
I
you got so
don't
many
know.
weird, fucked up white Anglo-Saxon people on the East Coast?
Yeah, Mike.
Them
Pure
plantations.
blood, pure
Banging your sisters.
gross.
I don't mean him. I just mean like people. Never mind.
You can definitely tell that people out there are yeasty.
They're yeasty.
They're inbred.
They're yeasty.
They're inbred.
Okay, anyway. Let's go.
That's the best thing I've heard all day.
That was the best pun ever. It had like 2 meanings.
That was so great.
Look how happy Alex is.
You got
You
one
guys
right.
laughing at my pun?
Did you guys see his face? He was just like.
This never happened.
That was really fucking good, though.
The
Yeah,
one tear
that was
rolling down his face right now.
Alright, I won't make a pun for a long time now. That's all I was asking for.
That was totally worth it.
Yeah, that was so worth it.
Oh,
Way to
Jesus.
Podcast
What
over.
Yeah, that was the winner.
Okay,
I-
what were we saying though about?
Right.
Oh, theory of
Science.
relativity.
Yeah, so things happened. They realized that things are waves and theory of relativity. The end.
Do you know any details behind that?
So two super black holes ended up getting close enough together to collide in space, and it
Was it all
created a
frothy?
ripple in well, for lack of a better word,
Time-space.
in time space. And
Space-time?
they realized that when it happened, they measured it and they realized it's actually in waves, just like Einstein said back in the day. It's string theory as a whole is more than a theory now. It's something that can be measured.
Yeah.
And they're finding ways to further the discussion on the theory of relativity and make it something that's not a theory anymore. It's something that they can actually find out and make true now.
And now that they can measure it, like they are talking about being able to measure and like actually put it down and
Put it to use.
of like proving that the Big Bang happened.
Yeah.
Because I mean, right now it's like I don't know, stupid like scientific argument, theory versus theory, blah blah blah. But I don't believe in the Big Bang. All right.
That's a terrible TV
There's-
show.
No.
Fuck that
first of all,
show.
one, that TV show is awful.
You're
Two,
awful.
like the only thing that they have to support the theory of the Big Bang is fucking like waves measured through like X-rays, I think.
Yeah.
And there's like a fucking I don't know. But I don't know. I think that everybody believes in the Big Bang like as much as people believe in God. They needed more proof.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
I like a good Big
But-
Bang.
I mean,
Me too.
but yeah, it was a great day in science, and everybody should be proud to live in this day and age. Even though we're not going to get anything done with these church-going Bible thumpers around.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude.
But it is still a huge step in science and in physics. So be proud of mankind on this day. Well, not this day, a couple days
Just a
ago.
few days. Dude, something I found today, another super cool science thing, is that they were able to imprint data onto a small, like, piece of circular glass that's, like, less than, like, a centimeter thick.
Yeah.
And, like, they're able to print up to, like, 500 terabytes of information on this thing. And I think that's just astounding. And they made it, like, so durable that it can survive in temperatures up to, like, 2,000 degrees. And that's about, like, the temperature of the core of, like, the upper mantle of our planet.
Yep.
Like,
Once the sun finally kills us, this little chip will still have memory on it.
yeah, and there'll be a bunch of them, so people will come to our extinguished planet and know that we were here.
Yep.
And on that day, humanity received a grim reminder.
Of the day the Fire Nation came.
The Fire Nation of the Sun.
That's a really short story. It's like a little intro, and then everything changed when the sun exploded. End of story.
But yeah, that was a cool day in science.
For sure.
Gravitational wave.
Way to go, guys.
No, fuck science.
Because they basically proved
Magnets, yo.
Jesus, like, what? Jesus made the
Yeah. They've
made
basically proven it.
Jesus made the black holes do the dance, and that's why the waves happened, because it's so groovy.
Gravitational wave.
Anyway.
I wish Einstein could come up with a theory of when the next iPhone 7 is going to come out. Then I give a fuck. I'm kidding. I'm not that big.
There's
of
two
an Apple
types of
I
people
still don't
who
give a
appreciate
fuck.
living in the future.
This podcast is recorded on a Samsung phone. Fuck Apple. Give us money, Samsung.
Hey, don't go that far. We're thinking about, putting the podcast on iTunes. If we say fuck Apple too much. Actually,
Apple doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're Apple.
I'm sure that the employees who are listening to our shitty podcast right now are just like, yeah, fuck Apple.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
Apple.
putting this on right
Put
now.
it on the podcast.
I don't know why I'm holding a phone.
It's funny because my sister listens to the podcast and she works for Apple.
Fantastic. Get her to get us on fucking podcasts, okay?
iTunes.
iTunes for podcasts. Then we can actually call it a podcast.
iPodcasts?
iCats.
No, that's how podcasts started, was on iTunes.
Yeah, I remember the first one I ever heard was
It was awful. It was terrible.
it was this guy showed me it when I was couch surfing, and it was about vegans.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a vegan podcast,
Boo!
and they were talking about gluten free like a long time ago, and I didn't even know what gluten was. I was like, what are they?
Dude, like the one that Jesse introduced me to that I really like is the Co-Optional podcast. They're really good.
Yeah,
But at the same
man.
time, like they spend a lot of time bitching about being on a podcast.
Yeah, they really do. Fucking Total Biscuit is
Wait,
the
the
man,
one with
though.
them
Yeah,
on the screen?
yeah. They're like got us like.
They Skype because they all live in different places. Well, except for Jesse and
Is it the one
Dodger.
with the British accent?
yes,
One of the guys. Yeah.
yeah, Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
He's like a superstar of the.
He's like a British you.
Actually, I'll take that as a compliment, a big compliment, because Total Biscuit is the man.
He's a cool. Yeah.
So,
Anyways,
yeah, if you want me on the Co-Optional podcast at any time, just let me know. I'll buy a
It could
computer
be
for
the
that shit.
English. It could be the American version of you.
I'll be the American version of the British American version of Total Biscuit. Wait, what?
so we've officially crossed off 2 things that we have on the list.
Well, let's run through it pretty quick since we've got like 11 minutes left. The big thing.
Yeah, we've done a few things.
Yeah, we've done a lot of big stuff.
Okay, Fallout 4.
Let's do
DLC.
like big like recent news. Like
Fallout 4 DLC.
how did you guys
get it?
like? No, it's not out yet.
Oh.
In March.
Why did you guys make me read it down.
Because they talk about Fallout every time. Just like Star Wars is always going to
March is coming. All right, so March is going to have a DLC where it's the Mechanist, where it's going to add a bunch of like robotic
You get to build your own robot.
Build your own robots
Yay.
and fight different kinds of robots, and I think there's like a storyline with that.
I'm
The
sure.
Cool.
second one in April is just kind of like a building mod update where you're able to like build arenas and like
Cooler stuff.
have creatures of the wasteland and like raiders and like even your own settlers like fight each other for money.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty cool thing. And then the third one's gonna be the biggest one. What? What? Oh. The third one's gonna be like what the big like storyline add-on DLC.
Shout out to Katie Jennings for beating the game starting of Fallout 3.
Oh, beat game and started Fallout 3.
Shout out to Katie Jennings. Yay, Katie Jennings.
What type of chicken wings are you eating right now?
It's gonna be one of those crazy circumstances. She's actually eating chicken wings as we speak.
She is. She
Fantastic.
Oh, like literally right now?
Is. Yeah, she's
Good.
eating chicken wings.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag
Chicken
no
wings.
kids party is what I saw.
Word. Speaking
No,
of,
but she wanted me to tell you that being a Nintendo girl, she didn't know she would like Fallout or any of those.
everybody likes Fallout.
And
I don't
she
like Fallout
loves it. And
or
she
Star Wars.
just beat the game today.
Why do we keep inviting Dan?
Because we need someone to fuel our hatred. But that's awesome, KJ. Like, me and you and Stephanie will have a Fallout conversation.
For
And I guess
sure.
Travis can come too.
A falling out conversation.
I'll never fall out of love with you, Stephanie.
Give marriage like 10 years.
Just wait till you have kids. You'll
I'm
never
right
touch each
here.
other.
I'm right here. God.
I love doing that to these two.
But yeah, The
Anyways.
Walking Dead, the news episode just came out on Valentine's Day. And did anybody watch it besides Max and Stephanie?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Zombies scare me.
It was fucking awesome.
Did a zombie give somebody brain?
My girlfriend died.
No. Yeah, Max's girlfriend.
Whoa, spoilers, bro.
Spoilers.
Well, she gets killed in
But
every
we
show.
don't know who his girlfriend is.
Yeah, it could be.
But that was just a hint that
Could
she
be
gets
Carl.
killed in every show.
Could be cool.
I got you an iPad, Coral.
And I want to say thank you, Oliver Batista, for spoiling that for everybody on Facebook.
Yeah, that was
That
fantastic.
shit was great.
Wait, what?
That was really good.
My friend Ollie watches The Walking Dead. I don't, but it was funny because like he posted something about it, and everybody was pissed.
Yep.
Oh.
They were like, "What the fuck, man? Why would you do that?"
Alright, does anybody here care about The Walking Dead besides these two?
No.
I will watch it eventually.
Oh, I'll
Like the
definitely
whole
watch the
series?
series.
What?
Like the whole series.
Like all
or
7
the new
seasons?
episode?
Yeah, I've only watched the first 2 seasons, and I
Yeah, I'm
kind
right
of
there with
stopped
you.
watching it.
Okay, no spoilers then.
I'm right there
Yeah,
with you.
no
I
spoilers.
stopped after
It's
season.
really good. It's fucking awesome. It comes back kind of like what you said, where like where they pick up right where they left off.
Mhm.
This season picks up exactly where it left off.
I just watched the beginning of it with you, and it's just like, man, like fucking just like, there was just like a rocket launcher explosion. Like, why do I not watch this show? And then there's zombies like, yep, I'm out of this room now.
But yeah, so
It's kind of cute that you're afraid of zombies.
I hate you.
It is adorable. I really just want to dress like a zombie one day.
That's
so
what you should do for your wedding.
No.
I won't be attending our wedding.
You could be. You could be the corpse bride.
Stuff the room.
we were talking about how Katie Jennings only likes Nintendo games and stuff like that. Speaking of those Nintendo games, God,
segue.
I'm awful at
Good.
segues.
Speaking of Katie talking about Nintendo games 5
minutes ago.
Speaking of those shitty ass machines that people like take tours on,
Whoa, hey, stop talking.
I'm talking about segways.
Oh yeah, segues suck. Anyways,
Literal
Nintendo
segues.
is probably going to be the big man on campus at E3 this year because word is that they're going to be announcing their new console, which might actually be a fucking next-gen console this time.
Already?
Maybe.
The
Well, good.
Like, didn't the Wii U just come out like a year ago?
The Wii U is just not doing well
That
at
and
all.
all the other industries like blew their collective loads this last E3.
Yeah.
Like I think, like I'm
But-
sure there's gonna be exciting announcements, but I don't think we're gonna see another E3 like we saw this.
If
last
it's
year.
not
Right
Bayonetta
now-
3, I don't give a fuck.
Right now, all we know is they're calling it Nintendo NX, and they've done some like little leak photos and stuff like that. Like, this is the corner of it. This is what the chipset looks like.
It's like a knee,
Yeah,
like
it's
hitchhiker knee.
it's like this is a thumb. This is what you're going to be playing with.
Sexy lady knee.
But no, it's I'm kind of excited to see where they're gonna go with it.
Is E3 in March?
Obligatory picture of Mario.
Wii U came out in 2012, so it's been 4 years.
not-
They just, I would buy a Wii U right now if they like release a Pokemon game where I get to use the Wii U controller as my Pokedex.
Well,
Sick.
what's it called? The new Pokemon game coming out is going to be compatible with Wii U, and it's Pokken Tournament. So that's a thing.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Pokemon Tournament. Basically, they're remaking it. It's going to be so cute.
Yeah, if you like Tekken and you like Pokemon, it's a perfect marriage.
Check him out.
Kind of not really though.
No, dude. Like Dan's been telling me about this. Like the creators of Tekken are making a fighting game, and it's gonna be a fighting
Yeah,
game.
it's a Pokemon fighting game.
That's pretty awesome.
With like, if it has the same like mechanics as Tekken, like Tekken's one of my favorite fighting games. Like, I would love to play this game. I just don't
I
know
like-
anyone with a Wii U except
I
me.
like Tekken because
Yeah,
I
but
can
we-
play as
Katie
Eddie
has one.
I don't have
Gordo.
one, but my roommates do.
Okay.
I
KJ has one.
I like Tekken because I like to play as Eddie Gordo and just button smash, so
King.
I spin around a lot.
King and Iron King or Metal King.
Metal King. But yeah, Nintendo's coming out with something new, which is great. Hopefully, with this being the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, hopefully we get that new Pokemon game.
Hopefully they drop the fucking motion controls, because that shit's always garbage.
Well, it's not going to be a Pokemon game on the new Nintendo,
I'm
obviously.
not
It's got to
talking-
be on the 3DS.
Well, I'm not talking about Pokemon. I'm talking about I want Nintendo to stop
Oh, yeah,
giving
so
us
do I.
bullshit.
I want a fucking
Systems.
actual Nintendo console, for God's
With a
sake.
controller. Just a fucking controller, please.
Just a regular one with like
For fuck's
Button-
sake.
buttons.
Buttons that I don't have to like be
I don't have to
upside
jump.
down to like for it to work.
Yes,
I
please.
agree.
I don't want to have to wiggle my controller to sword fight, okay? I want to
Agreed.
press a button.
Ugh.
Obligatory picture of Pikachu.
But yeah, hopefully with the 20th anniversary of Pokemon being out, hopefully they do no Pokemon game. I really hope so.
If you wish upon a shooting star, wish upon your heart of hearts.
They're at
Your
the
dreams can come true.
they're at the perfect number though. They're at 700 Pokemon right now.
Was a grasshopper. And
But yeah, new
he
Pokemon
was not
is
British.
coming out.
DeVito for
Not a
Pikachu.
game, not a game, like an actual like individual Pokemon, and it's gonna be
Just one.
just one Pokemon, and it's because the new movie is coming out.
Are they gonna like take a pillow,
I don't know how
grab
they're
a
going to do it.
handful of googly eyes, and some fabric?
No, it's gonna. I think it's gonna
Toss
be.
it in the fucking air and be like, "This is a Pokemon." Just some of the new ones look like that, and it pisses me off.
Just start drawing faces on things in the room.
So basically what-
Massage table mom.
What drunk Alex does.
They use the same
Yeah.
technique.
That's a
that-
Pokemon.
They use the same manatees that write all the jokes for Family Guy. Choose Pokemon.
Is reclining chair Pokemon?
Like, do they go to an antique store and just throw googly eyes, and they're just like,
Yeah.
No, god damn it. The new Pokemon.
No, they get really high, just like, dude, what would happen if, like, a badger banged a fucking ferret? Dude, draw it! Yeah,
Oh.
number 642.
Okay. Last bit of Nintendo news before we go. The new Fire Emblem's out.
Obligatory picture of Zelda. Or Link.
Linkle.
Yeah, like,
No,
what
it's
the
gotta
fuck
be
is
Linkle. That is
That's
a
Wobat.
yeah. That's a dryer lint with
Wait,
some
what?
bat
When
wings
did
and a
Wombat
nose.
Start looking like that.
No, you're thinking of Zubat.
Oh, Zubat.
And what's the evolution of Zubat?
Golbat.
Golbat.
Golbat, yeah.
And then Golbat turns into some other thing.
Crobat.
Golbat evolves now?
Yeah.
God, I'm so far behind.
He
So
turns
old.
into Crobat, and then there's also a Mega Stone that makes him Ultra Crobat.
Imagine Pokemon
Or Mega
in
Crobat,
like 4
sorry.
years from now. Yeah.
But
That's fantastic.
fuck all that Pokemon noise. Check out Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Dope
Ah,
as
that's also
fuck
a thing.
JRPG. If you like Persona, you will like
Yeah,
Digimon
black as
Cyber
fuck.
Sleuth.
Really? Need to get into that because I actually really like the Digimon series too.
Me too. Digimon put out some
Digimon
really
was
good games.
awesome.
A few.
Digimon's on Netflix.
Some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
It is.
The only
Yeah,
thing
I
that I really liked about Digimon is they had some of the best like Tamagotchi things.
Oh yeah.
Because you could, you know, fucking-
Battle each other.
you
You gotta hold it for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully the contacts are clean, or else you won't get a good connection and lose the battle
I
anyways.
swear if we actually did some research though, there's probably like 3 Digimon that are actually included in the Pokemon roster now and no one's just noticed.
No.
Let's just duct tape this kitchen knife to Pikachu and nobody will notice.
Fucking Ibuterimon? Ibuterimon, what are you doing in Pokemon?
Actually,
Yeah, we're
Gotta stay in the game.
actually, one of the latest things that they did in Pokemon is you can actually dress Pikachu up. It's cute.
Alright, we are a minute over the hour mark.
It's the cosplay Pikachu. It's so good.
No, it's not.
It's so good.
I have it, and it's terrible.
Fuck you.
I keep it in a box.
Any
Where it belongs.
That's alright. I
Fuck
keep it in a
that
box.
Pikachu.
Anyways.
I'm not using this Pikachu piece of shit.
Hey.
any last requests? Any final words? Any turds getting poking out? Do you need to dump on the table that you've been waiting to say for an hour?
Let's see here. Ronda Rousey. Smile once in a while. Everything's okay.
But you don't need to slip around. I need to go get that copy of Sports Illustrated too.
So wait,
Yes.
why did you write her down? I just want to know.
Well,
Because she's
I don't keep
banging?
up on the news.
Why don't we
because
not talk about Ronda Rousey?
she went publicly saying that after losing the fight to Holly Holm that she had contemplated suicide. And that's extremely sad considering her family history and everything like that.
Didn't she shit talk her opponents about like?
No. You're thinking about the chick that she kicked the shit out of the first time around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who talked shit about her dad committing suicide.
And then busted her face open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, she was pretty damn sad. But you know, if you know she's fucking Ronda Rousey, she's gonna kick ass no matter what she does. So I'm glad
Don't
that she
kill
came to her
yourself.
I'm glad she came to her senses. Start thinking about maybe training more rather than being in like 10 movies a year, and everything will be fine.
Ronda Rousey for Ms. Marvel.
Yeah,
Damn
just
right.
Have, just have Ronda Rousey get back in her Pikachu outfit and hit the gym.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Owners everywhere.
Anyways,
Keep in mind, Ronda Rousey's only champion because Brock Lesnar is not in her. So,
Ronda Rousey versus Brock Lesnar. I would fucking pay
Ronda Rousey's
gold
champion.
bars to see that.
Anyone's champion in the UFC only because Brock Lesnar lets them be. He broke the streak, so greatest fighter in the world. Still.
My final word is I'm
I
playing
disagree.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Go ahead.
I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics because I just found out that you can get it as like
that and the best Final Fantasy out there,
Final Fantasy 9.
9.
I'm waiting. Once I beat Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm gonna go and play 9 because that is really great.
So good.
Tactics. I don't know. I'll talk about it more on a later podcast. I know it's like
I just never see Alex anymore.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
sounds all right.
it's
Just on the toilet playing
Yeah,
tactics.
he's just
Final
playing
Fantasy
tactics
Tactics
all
is
day.
like almost 19 years old, and it's still up there as like one of the best games ever made, in my opinion.
How about you finish that other best game in the world, Metal Gear Solid 3?
Because
You still haven't finished that?
I beat Sons of Liberty.
Anyways, thank you very much for listening to the Roll2Pose podcast. we'll be back in a couple of weeks with more nerdy news and stupid things to talk about. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, and we're on SoundCloud now.
Yeah, check us out on SoundCloud if you don't like to listen to podcasts on YouTube like most people.
Because, like, you have to stay in YouTube to listen. This is stupid as thing.
Yeah, I agree. That is really dumb. We should have gone to SoundCloud a long time ago.
And we're looking for more platforms, too, so...
Yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions on different platforms to get into, I swear to God, if you come up to us and say, hey, you should try to get onto iTunes, no shit, we should try to get onto iTunes. It's a podcast. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to the podcast. You have a fantastic night. Somebody else pushed the button.
Except for you. You know who you are.